Holmen from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. He was awarded the Natural Gas Immersion Board's Award for Excellence at the 2010 meeting in Lyon. And the next meeting will actually be held in Tromsø, Norway, so we are looking forward to that. I learned a lot from reading his many publications, and his talk today is entitled C5 Plus Selectivity on Modified Alumina-Supported Cobalt Fischer-Tropsch Synthesis Catalyst. And the co-authors are his co-authors are Bjorn Enker, Shreyas Ram, and Erling Ritter.
Okay, thank you very much for that kind introduction. And I also thank you for inviting me to this nice opportunity to come here and speak. It's a picture from my hometown, Trondheim. Although it's winter for the time being, we can also have summer. So how can I do this? First of all, let me congratulate Bert with the award. It's very well deserved. Today I will present some work we have done in very close cooperation with Statoil. I will also try to link some of the work I have done to Catalysis. At least for myself, when I started an academic career, I did a lot of work on methane conversion, direct methane conversion, to make C2, to make methanol. Large projects on acetylene and ethanol. But in the end of the 70s, beginning of the 80s, we also turned into syngas. From making syngas, taking syngas to Fischer-Tropsch products. The direct methane route is not that simple. So, we did this work in the beginning of the 80s. We started out with iron catalyst, and it took some time before we were familiar with the topic, and we did our first publications. So this was the first thing I found in one of my office with contact with Bert Davis. He wrote to us about some of our early paper, and of course we were very encouraged that one of the leaders in this area even looked at some papers from up in the north. So since then I had a very good contact with Bert Davis. Of course, we are talking about the Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. This can be explained in a simple way. You have the carbon dioxide dissociate on the surface, and the C1 unit to a growing chain. And of course, for our purpose, we like to make this chain as long as possible. Make as much wax as possible. At every point here, you can have absorption of olefins. Maybe they can re-enter the chain, continuing the growth, but they can also be hydrogenated to paraffins. And of course, you can also hydrogenate directly to paraffins. And if you make a paraffin, it's gone out of the chain. You cannot more be incorporated in the chain. As always, you can get byproducts, several byproducts. But for my presentation today, I will only concentrate on this simple scheme. Dissociation of carbon monoxide and the addition of a C1 unit to a growing chain. And how we can, and more specifically, what parameters dictate the growth of the chain. Many years ago, we also, even as a simple chemical engineer, we tried to do some calculations on this. And we used this formalism from Schusterovich and did some initial calculation on the initial CO dissociation. And it turned out that, of course, the activation energy to make hydrogen-associated CO dissociation is much more favorable than to make the full dissociation to the carbon spaces on the surface. Now, the main reason for showing this is that this was a work from a PhD institute called Selectivity. And Bert Davis, he was an opponent for Selectivity back in 10-15 years ago. So we had a lot of discussions with Davis about this CO dissociation at that time, and it was in Trondheim. Unfortunately, Sylvie did not want to stay in academia, so she went to Stockholm and is now working in industry. But Bert, he challenged us on this, and we had done even more work on this, the initial steps of the Fischer-Tropsch synthesis. This work has been mainly done by a PhD student, now a postdoc, Cheyenne. And she is now a postdoc working in Bert Davis' lab in Kentucky. This is also a combination with his laboratory. And what she has done is also looked at the initial steps of the CO dissociation. But in this time, with the combination of the steady state and transient kinetics, we have a so-called SITCA, steady state transient isotope kinetic analysis, where you can study this also under transient conditions. And she found exactly the same. Of course, you can have two different ways. You can go through the oxygen-containing intermediates, or you can go through this CH species, but this depends on the reaction conditions. But if you have a lot of hydrogen involved, as in this case with the methylation conditions, or what is usually also in the Fischer-Tropsch, it seems that this is the most important and relevant intermediate. Okay. Let me also show this picture we already seen from Klein de Jong. It's turnover frequency as a function of the global particle size. But in this case, the catalyst is cobalt supported on carbon nanofibers. It's not alumina, not silica, it's cobalt on carbon nanofibers. And you can see that it increases, the turnover frequency increases up to a certain limit, and then it's constant. And what is maybe also very interesting with this picture is that this has been done in the Netherlands at 1 bar, fixed bed at 1 bar, fixed bed at 30 bar with this normal H2 carbon monoxide ratio. But it's also being done in our laboratory at the methylation conditions. And you get exactly the same results. At particle sizes about 7, 8, 9 nanometers, the turnover frequency is constant. It does not change. And we have also recently done this in cooperation with some Spanish people. Who was a PhD student who spent some months in Trondheim and did this with exactly the same. Now, I like to follow up this a little bit. Okay, I also have this explanation. This is also from the transient kinetics. And this is the surface, the residence time on the surface of this CH species and of the carbon monoxide. And you can see that maybe the reason for you having the lower turnover frequency is that the cobalt particles are blocked